Look up at the night sky. Look at the blazing sun, the earth beneath your feet, the smartphone in your hand, and the entire grand history of mankind. You think that is the whole universe? It is a lie. The brutal truth is, everything we see, touch, or have ever known is just a cosmic rounding error, a measly 5%. The other 95% is completely invisible, a dark, fathomless ocean where our entire physical reality is just a thin layer of foam drifting aimlessly on the surface. If you want to uncover the secrets of this hidden cosmos with star life, make sure to hit subscribe, because right this second, this unseen reality is filling your room and passing directly through your body without you ever feeling it. And it is not empty space. It is a terrifying battlefield manipulated by two bizarre entities, dark matter and dark energy. One is desperately using invisible gravity to glue the universe together. The other is aggressively ripping it apart at the seams. And our tiny 5% world is caught right in the middle of a brutal cosmic tug-of-war, determining the fate of all existence. Let's meet the celestial glue. Consider the basic laws of physics. Take our solar system. Mercury hugs the sun, whipping around at 29 miles per second just to avoid being pulled in. Neptune, way out in the distance, ambles at a sluggish 3 miles per second. Less gravity means slower speeds. That is a fundamental rule. But in the 1970s, astronomer Vera Rubin shattered it. Looking at the edges of galaxies like Andromeda and our Milky Way, she made a terrifying discovery. The outermost stars were blasting forward at a staggering 136 miles per second, matching the speed of the center stars. With that insane velocity, the Milky Way should have been torn to shreds eons ago. Those stars should have been flung into the dark abyss, just like letting go of a violently spinning merry-go-round. So why are we still here? The answer is a cosmic ghost. A colossal, invisible mass must be completely engulfing the galaxy, generating enough extreme gravitational pull to tether everything in place. Scientists named it dark matter. Do not let the name fool you. It's not gas or dust. It reflects no light and completely ignores electromagnetic forces. If you held a block of dark matter, it would immediately slip through your flesh, drop straight to the Earth's core, and casually drift out the other side of the planet. If the universe is a towering skyscraper, the stars, planets, and us are merely fragile decorative lights. Dark matter is the massive, invisible steel framework holding the entire building together, making up 27% of the cosmos. How do we prove an invisible ghost exists? We look at cosmic forensics, like the Bullet Cluster, 3.7 billion light-years away. Here, two enormous galaxy clusters smashed together at millions of miles an hour. During the collision, all the normal matter, the hot gas, slammed together, heated up, and got stuck in the wreckage. But the dark matter? Thanks to its ghostly, phasing nature, it effortlessly glided right through the carnage. By observing how gravity bends light, scientists literally saw the silhouette of this dark matter, sitting perfectly separated from the normal matter after the crash. Thanks to dark matter, galaxies formed, birthing our solar system and humans. It's the invisible guardian angel of our universe. But unfortunately, this guardian is losing. Another monster, one controlling 68% of the cosmos, is furiously waking up. Ever since the Big Bang, science clung to a comforting, intuitive belief. The universe was expanding, but eventually it would slow down. Think about it. The combined gravitational pull of every star, galaxy, and that massive, invisible framework of dark matter should act like a colossal set of cosmic brakes. Maybe one day everything would even reverse and collapse in a big crunch. But in 1998, reality delivered a devastating slap to the face. Two independent teams of astronomers measured the light from exploding supernovae at the edges of the universe. What they found was so mind-boggling, they initially assumed their own math was wrong. The universe was not slowing down. It was expanding at a violently accelerating rate. Imagine tossing an apple straight up into the air, and instead of gravity pulling it back down, it suddenly accelerates, rocketing up into the sky faster and faster until it vanishes. It makes absolutely no sense, yet it was so undeniably real that it won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2011. If dark matter is the cosmic glue trying to hold us together, then the sinister force tearing galaxies apart is dark energy. It wields a terrifying anti-gravity power that actively fights the combined gravitational pull of the entire cosmos. But the most horrifying part about dark energy is not just its brute strength, it is its very nature. It appears to be an inherent property of empty space itself, a concept Einstein once dubbed the cosmological constant. This creates a relentless, deadly loop. You see, as the universe expands, normal matter gets diluted, but dark energy does not. When the universe stretches, new empty space is created, and more space means more dark energy violently erupting from that very emptiness. It is a ruthless cycle. Expansion creates more space, which generates more dark energy, which pushes harder, triggering even faster expansion. It's a cosmic runaway train with no brakes, and someone welded the throttle wide open. Now, step back and look at the horrifying big picture. This universe does not belong to us. Our reality is just 5%. It's not even the private playground of our invisible guardian, dark matter, which holds 27%. The true master of reality, the absolute tyrant dictating the ultimate fate of everything, is dark energy, dominating a staggering 68% of the cosmos. One desperately wants to bind things together. The other aggressively wants to rip it all apart. For over 13 billion years, the universe has been a colossal arena for a ruthless tug-of-war between dark matter and dark energy. So who wins? Brace yourself, because you're about to face the terrifying, inevitable end of everything. Think of the universe's 13 billion-year history as a grand, high-stakes chessboard. For the first 9 billion years after the Big Bang, dark matter wore the crown. Back then, the universe was smaller and tightly packed. Dark matter's invisible gravity was overwhelmingly strong, successfully molding the first galaxies and acting as a heavy leash, constantly keeping the expansion of space in check. But exactly 5 billion years ago, right around the time our very own solar system was being born, everything changed. The universe reached a terrifying tipping point. Space had stretched out so far that the density of matter became critically diluted, and the power of gravity began to fade. Meanwhile, dark energy, which constantly spawns from the growing empty void, seized the throne. The leash snapped. The cosmic expansion officially lost its brakes. Today, dark energy is undeniably winning this tug-of-war. If its dominance continues, our universe is barreling toward one of two horrifying finales. The first, and most likely according to our standard models, is the Big Freeze, a death of ultimate, eternal loneliness. The universe will simply keep expanding forever. Distant galaxies will be pushed away faster than the speed of light. Eventually, the night sky will turn completely, terrifyingly black. No stars, no light. Over trillions of years, stars will burn out, and even black holes will completely evaporate. What remains is a desolate, pitch-black void hovering near absolute zero. The cosmos will not end with a dramatic explosion. It will die of freezing exhaustion. But what if dark energy actually gets stronger over time? Welcome to the Big Rip, the absolute slaughter of physical reality. Dark energy will become so violently powerful, it will crush every binding force in nature. Billions of years from now, it will furiously tear apart galaxy clusters. Months before the ultimate end, it will rip planets away from their stars. Minutes before the end, it will shatter the Earth itself. And in the final fraction of a microsecond, it will rip apart the very molecules and atoms making up your body. Everything will be shredded into meaningless floating debris in a vast, uncaring nothingness. It is a terrifying thought. For millennia, humanity has been obsessed with the delusion that we are the absolute center of the cosmos, the main characters of reality. The story of the 95% pours ice water on that arrogance. We are not the main characters. We are merely temporary guests, desperately clinging to a sparkling speck of dust, while two invisible titans ruthlessly tear apart our shared home. But do not let that make you feel meaningless. Think about this profoundly beautiful paradox. In a freezing, unconscious void dominated by brutal, invisible machines, our tiny 5% somehow sprouted life. We are flesh and blood creatures, stranded on a tiny rock orbiting an average star, yet we possess the incredible intellect to peer into the unseen, to literally see the invisible 95%, and to decode the ultimate fate of creation itself. Physically, we are nothing but a microscopic speck of dust, but through our consciousness, we are the universe experiencing itself. If this deep dive into the cosmic shadows made you look up at the night sky differently, leave a like and subscribe to Star Life. We will continue stripping away the craziest illusions of our reality in the next videos.